Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. This channel discusses a wide range of topics ranging from public speaking, social skills, creativity, and much more. And in today's episode, we're going to enter the land of creativity, more specifically content creation, more specifically MySpace. MySpace, I would argue, is one of the reasons we are capable of creating content today. It was a pioneer in many ways because it allowed us to see that you can connect humans from different parts of the world and show their faces. Because before MySpace, there was a thing called AIM. After AIM, there was a thing called Meebo. But the thing with these types of communication was that it was too text-based. MySpace changed it up because it allowed us to showcase our faces. There was a certain period when I got a camera, and the main reason that I would use the camera was so I could take unique photos for my MySpace page. MySpace was blowing up, and the greatest thing that they did was introduce a top friends list. Because nowadays, what you will see with social media platforms is that they often have a friends list where you have a collective group of people within your friends. But MySpace was different because from this collective group, you had to organize the top 8, or eventually they did top 5, I believe, but the top friends within your crew. It was not just a collective group. You had to engage your intellect to organize the top friends. This was the smartest thing they ever did because automatically they engaged the human's primal brain. The competitive nature was unlocked because people were like, wait a minute, I should be on Mary's top friends list. Why am I not there? How can I woo Mary to be on the top friends list? And that primal part of the brain was engaged. MySpace was destined for success until two things happened. One was confusion, and two was Facebook. Confusion. You don't want to confuse your target audience because in the beginning stage, MySpace was known as a social media platform. It was a platform where you would connect with other friends. But as time went on by, I couldn't tell if MySpace was a social media platform or if it was a music platform. All these different artists were dropping their music on MySpace, and I was just flooded with music. I thought, why am I being recommended new music? I want to be recommended new friends. Is this a social media site or is it a music site? The thing that you want to understand with personal branding and content creation is that you can do two things, but you must lead with one. One side leads and the other side simply complements. So if MySpace was smart, they would have made it a social media platform first, and then you could have complemented it with it being a music platform, but it led with friends connecting with friends first. Remember that. In content creation, you can't just equally balance anything. You have to lead with a certain side and the other side simply complements. Otherwise, you will confuse others. And another reason that MySpace failed was because of Facebook. See, this is an analogy that I have. MySpace slowly became like Yahoo, and Facebook slowly became like Google. MySpace was confusing like Yahoo. I'm like, Yahoo, what exactly are you? Are you a news organization? Are you a search engine? What are you? You're confusing me. While Google, it's so crisp, so clean. Facebook was like that, right? Facebook was crisp and clean, and I knew exactly what I was going to get from it. So due to the clean nature of Facebook, plus, Facebook went from being a college platform to now becoming a high school platform. Slowly, people switched over from MySpace to Facebook, and we never looked back. So unfortunately, MySpace did die. I am sad to make this video because I have a lot of respect for MySpace. The era that MySpace came out, I was so awkward and I did not have the best social life in the real world, but I had a great social life in the digital world because of MySpace. No disrespect though, but unfortunately MySpace died, and the two reasons it died was because it confused its audience and eventually competition from Facebook came. The two lessons you can learn from MySpace's demise is one, have a clear understanding of your brand. It's okay to evolve, but understand that your brand, it needs a clear mission. And you will lose sight of that mission many times because the world is presenting you with so much new stimulus. And it is important to always articulate that mission out loud. That is one lesson you can learn. Another thing to learn is that competition, it's always going to happen. MySpace, it started off as one of the only social media platforms, but as it got bigger, Facebook entered its territory. Understand that just because you were unique in 2012 does not mean that you will be unique in 2025. You need to be able to reinvent yourself in unique ways. So these two lessons, they're somewhat counterintuitive. One is telling you to do more of the same, aka revisit the fundamentals, and two is telling you to try new things. In this polarity is where great brands are born, and that is how great content creators are born. Exist in that polarity. If you enjoyed today's talk, drop that like for me right on below, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and never miss another video again. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.